Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how I set up my digital bullet journal using Microsoft Word for 2021. The first thing to do is to make a list of all the pages that you want to insert in your bullet journal. If you want inspiration, you can go on to Pinterest or even Google and look up bullet journal page ideas and take inspiration from all the blog posts available there. Also, if you have already been bullet journaling, this is the time where you can reflect on what pages or spreads worked for you and what did not. For example, I have already tried the year in pixel spread, but I just found out that it does not work for me, so I'm not going to be adding it in my this year's bullet journal. After making a list of all the pages, we are now going to start actually making the bullet journal. So open up your Word document. The first thing I'm going to do is change the size of the papers. So for that you have to go to layout and size and make it A5. I just feel that this size looks more like a bullet journal than the A4 one, which is the default one. After this, next thing you have to do is just go on to Pinterest and look for dotted papers or whatever kind of pattern you want your bujo to be in. If you want it to be lined or squared, or if you want it plain, you can just skip this step. I personally want my bujo to be dotted, so I just went on Pinterest and looked for dot grid papers and I downloaded some images. So now I'm going to set those as the background for the entire document so that it looks like a bullet journal. So for that purpose, I'll go and design watermark, custom watermark, picture watermark, and select the picture that I want to set as my background. Be sure to untick the washout option, and after some trial and error, I found that 80% worked best as the scale for my this picture. And here it is. Now it is looking more like a bujo. So all the papers in this document will now be in this format with this background. Now the next step is to actually start making the bullet journal. So for this purpose, first things you need to go onto Pinterest and look for the images that you want to insert in your bullet journal and just download it. I will now show you a couple of tricks that will help you customize your bullet journal, which some people maybe do not know. So over here I've inserted an image. Now here you can see that on the top left corner there is a remove background option. So a lot of people are usually not aware about this, but we can do this in Word. Over here we will just mark the areas that we want to keep. Now the next thing to do is select the image, and on the top left corner you will see layout options. So from this select behind text option. What this will do is it basically allows you to move this image anywhere, and on selecting this option you can even overlap images, which is something that you could not normally do with the default option. The next thing I realized was to actually insert text boxes and not rely on just the cursor on the main page, because that data is not really, it's very inflexible. Notice that I'm just using text boxes everywhere. During the text boxes, the most important setting is probably shape fill, no fill, and shape outline, no outline. So this just gives an effect of there not being any text box, which is of course pretty cool. And let's see, this one looks good. Okay, I think that looks great, and with that, my homepage is ready.
2,000 years later.
So I have finally completed making my bullet journal, and I'll give a flip through of it right now. And in case I've done anything different, then I'll also explain how I did it. So you saw me making this page. I just made some minor edits to this. This is the title page 2021, of course, and consistency is my word for the year because I just want to focus on being more consistent this year. This is my 2021 goals page. Over here, I've just divided it for now in three categories: personal, uni, that is my university, and health goals. And on the right side, we have goals and rewards. This was one of the ideas that I got in step one. This is my first time trying out this page, and I'm really excited for it. Coming to the design part of this is just an image. You can just search color swatches of whatever color you want, and this is just a text box on top of it. These things over here are watercolor swatches as well, and on top of that, these are the text boxes. So this is my vision board. It's pretty simple for now. I'll add the images and everything later on. These are actually two different text boxes on this page and this page. This image is again one image that I downloaded from Pinterest and remove background, blah blah blah. You know the drill by now. And the only difference is for this image in the layout options, instead of behind text, you have to choose in front of the text. If we choose behind text, this will go behind, but since we want it to be in front of the text, we will choose this option. This is my books spread section. These are again watercolor swatches, this one and this one. And these are text boxes over here that I've set the settings to no fill and no outline. And yeah, I'm happy with this spread. This is the movies watched and the series watched section. Again, not much to explain over here. These are the quarterly pages for you to set goals and review every quarter. So I'll set goals at the starting of January, and at the end of March, I will come back and review them, and so on and so forth. So, of course, there are four quarterly pages, and I like how this spread has turned out as well. Now, this is my January spread. This is an image that I just straight up picked from Pinterest. You don't really need to work a lot for these things. If you just go to Pinterest and search 2021 monthly printables or monthly spreads, you will probably find a lot of options. So you actually have a lot of options over here. You will find a lot of cute spreads. But if you want to customize it completely yourself, you can do that as well. This is my January goals and review page. Now, coming to the monthlies. The first one is the habit tracker, and I think I'll be using this habit tracker for all the months. This is just a table that I've added from the insert tab. So, insert table, and you can just add things like this. And when you want to mark that you have done that habit, you can just double click on it, shading, and you can fill that particular cell. So yeah, overall it looks very pretty and it has a nice pastel theme going on. So yeah, I quite like how it turned out. Now this is the January favorites. This is again my first time trying out this spread. I basically am planning on using it for tracking my monthly favorites, such as favorite song of the month, or favorite movie, or favorite book, or some new food I tried, or some place I visited, or restaurant, or something. So yeah, that's it for now. This was my bullet journal overall. I hope you liked the video, and if you think that anybody else can find this useful, then please do share it with them and please leave a like or comment if you feel like it. Thank you. Bye bye.